This show is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
It's layered with so many different things. If you like superheroes, this is something for you. If you like horror, this is something for you. If you like teen drama, something for you. There's something for everybody in this show. But tell the people, who are your characters and how do they connect to Sydney?
Well, Dina is Sydney's best friend. She is super confident, super effervescent, bubbly, dance in the rain, cool girl, but with a lot of room to grow.
Sure.
A lot. Yeah.
And I play Dina's boyfriend, Brad Lewis. In relation to Sydney, I am basically the roadblock between her and Dina and for her attention. But Brad is very narcissistic, entitled, just a tool. It's like really the only way to describe it, yeah.
Now, I saw a lot of influences from Stranger Things and Chronicle. How would you describe the show to the audience?
Well, I look at it as kind of like this offbeat coming-of-age story.
Sure.
And what's so nice about it, compared to, say, Stranger Things, it's not about the powers.
Right.
Sydney does not want the powers. She doesn't want to grow into it. She really just wants them to go away.
Yeah, it's about the people
Right.
first.
Yeah.
And just really their trials and tribulations growing up. And yes, it's also told through teenagers, but it could be anyone's story.
Absolutely.
Because of the things that we speak on in the show, like exploring your sexuality. And, you know, it's that could be anyone can really be dealing with that at any age. So, yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of mystery in this show. And you're right about the superpowers. You don't necessarily need it.
They're not at the forefront.
Right, because the characters are just so rich and so great. But she does happen to have this form of telekinesis. Can you talk to me about how that can be used for good or bad?
Well, we see them jump out when she's really having like
heightened emotions.
Yeah, heightened emotions. So they are kind of like a metaphor for, you know, her growing up too.
Yeah.
But it really depends on what lens you're looking through.
Exactly,
too,
and I think there's something to be said about like you said, since it happens during all these heightened times, it's learning at that age how to control your emotions and how to try to rationalize them. And I think a lot of her issues would be solved if she would have just been willing to talk to someone.
Or if someone had listened.
And if more so that if someone had listened.
Yeah, because you can even see she goes to Dina and Dina's kind of like, oh my God, I totally get it. And that's not to say Dina doesn't have issues too, but everybody's dealing with things, but not always at the same time.
It takes courage to listen.
So,
Right. Now, question specifically for you.
Yes.
In your opinion, not for storyline purposes, but in your opinion, what should be the ramifications for what Sydney does to Brad? I don't want to spoil what happens, but what do you think it personally should be the ramifications?
I don't think there should be any ramifications externally. I think the ramifications are going to be entirely on her. And what I mean by that is coping with your actions and what happens as a result of your actions is such a huge thing to wrap your head around. And I think for her, what's going to be so crucial is, you know, it's hard not to feel guilty about things, but it's how do you come to terms with things and move on and try to have a fulfilling life after the fact.